Welcome to Word of the Day.
Impartial and just.
I believe that this could change.
Also an illustrator.
I had a poem I wanted to share.
Join me today for the poem of the day.
Aggressive action against a place or enemy force.
Today's word of the day is test.
My favorite character that I have written.
What motivates me to create?
Hunger is seriously one of my favorite poems I think I've
Been
ever
working
written.
so hard to build this magazine and bring it to you guys. This is the Guilded Periodically podcast, brought to you by the Fiction Forge.
Good evening, everyone. Maybe it's morning for you. Maybe it's afternoon. I'm Hues, and welcome to the Guilded Periodically podcast. It is once again another solo episode with me, Hues, talking about my article that I submitted to our guild called The 10 of Cups in Tarot, an Exploration of Emotional Abundance and Spiritual Harmony. I just thought it would be really interesting to include an article that unpacked a single tarot card. So with a little bit of research and a little bit of finagling magic, I produced an article where we just kind of like talk about the meaning of like the 10 of Cups in the tarot, because it is like one of the most highly sought after tarot cards, in my opinion. Like if you're looking for some sort of like emotional fulfillment, you want the 10 of Cups. You want it to be perfect. You want it to be everything you ever imagined. You want it to be so sweet that it rots your teeth out. And that's what reminds me of the 10 of Cups, is something that's so sweet that it rots your teeth out. And I thought that it would be really important, at least for me, to kind of like justify its inclusion in this with the idea that like, what do we want on the other side of this revolution? What do we want on the other side of this renaissance that we're experiencing? We want something that's too good to be true, something that feels like a dream, something that feels utopian. And I think that that really encompasses the 10 of Cups energy. So I decided that the 10 of Cups would be my article focus for this magazine, because it is one of the most like interesting cards in the deck if you ask me visually, because it almost always represents like has like a halo of a rainbow at the top, and like that rainbow people often represent with like either Christ or like the LGBTQ community. And something that I think that is in common with both of them is the concept of love, and unconditional love, and unconditional acceptance of like who you are and like who you're going to be. And when it comes to like the story of the tarot, the 10 of Cups is the part in the story where you have finished all of the emotional healing. Like you've done all of the unpacking of the 3 of Cups. You've done all of the unpacking of like the 6 of Cups, like looking back at the past, the 7 of Cups, transfiguring your future. You've had the satisfaction of a job well done in the 9 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups represents like being able to have the cake and eat it too. Like it's a beautiful picture. It's like the best vacation you've ever had. It represents a harmony of self and like an undoing in a lot of ways of the trauma that has been done. So like the 10 of Cups to me is not just like, oh, I'm so happy, but instead it's really more like, holy fuck, I'm not sad anymore. Like it doesn't have to be happiness. It's just like, holy fuck, I'm not miserable. Holy fuck, I have energy. Like that's what the 10 of Cups makes me think of, is this concept of like being able to have the opportunity, not even necessarily experiencing it, but have the opportunity to experience joy. Like everything is all right. Like everything is going to be okay. And tomorrow it's going to be a better day type shit. That's what I think about whenever I think about the 10 of Cups. So I'm just going to read to you a little bit part that talks about like relationships from the article, and they'll talk a little bit more about that. So harmonious relationships lie at the heart of the 10 of Cups interpretation. Whether familial, romantic, or platonic, these connections become robust and deeply meaningful, contributing significantly to the emotional tapestry. Within their embrace, the querent discovers a nurturing milieu of fostering sustained happiness, rectifying underlying issues. And so I think it's really important that like we focus on how the 10 of Cups in the tarot, in the story, is healing past bonds. Not just past bonds, healing all bonds. So being able to come to a relationship, like whether it's romantic or platonic or familial, being able to come to these relationships with love for yourself in your heart, so that you're able to maintain and navigate the complexity of the relationship. And I think that that's really, really, really important whenever it comes to like interpreting the 10 of Cups. And so if you haven't got the chance to read my article, please go check it out. I really think that you would enjoy it. And I also think that specifically whenever it comes to like what it means to me, that I would be sitting in the Ten of Cups energy if you went and read the article that I wrote about the Ten of Cups. Because my dream, my passion, my act of self-love is showing up to the page every single day. So being able to write every single day and give some insight into my thoughts as well as like the thoughts of others and like what's going on with them. And while yes, this particular episode wasn't very long, I do hope that you enjoyed a little bit of information behind like why I decided to write about the Ten of Cups, as well as some of my thoughts on the Ten of Cups in general. That being said, this is Hues, and this was the Guilded Periodically podcast. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!
This has been the Guilded Periodically podcast, brought to you by The Fiction Forge.